Universal announces Dark Universe, plus Game of Thrones and Spider-Man Homecoming trailer reviews. That plus a lot more in today's Fandom News. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Fandom News, where we're going to run down this week's top news in pop culture. My name is Mike.
My name is Crystal.
My name is Bernie.
And as you guys can see, we have renamed the Rundown News to Fandom News just because we are, as you can see with our news, we're going to just add a lot of different fandoms and stuff like that. So we're like, hey, you know what? Let's just kind of change the news and kind of make it go with our channel and make it just a news of our channel. So that's what we're doing here today. So let's go ahead and get started on some of the best news that happened last week. So we got two major trailers that were released last week. First was Sony with the Spider-Man Homecoming, and then HBO released Game of Thrones trailer for season 7. So what do you guys think on both of those trailers that were released last week? We'll start with Chriselle, but what do you think about the trailers?
I like them.
All right, well, first pick one, talk about that one, then pick another one, then talk about that one.
Game of Thrones.
All right.
Because I love Game of Thrones.
Surprise. Surprise.
Wow. I was like it's no words that I can describe how excited I am for this season. It's just beyond, like, I'm being waiting for this battle like for so long, like all of the Game of Thrones fans out there, and finally we're going to see the battle that we won for so long. So is this like now that it's just like some questions I know, and before that I remember we saw a picture before the trailer and there were people saying like, oh, it looks like they're gonna be Daenerys versus Cersei is gonna be on the battle in there and everything. So we saw some hints, and then when they come with this trailer, it's just confirmed what we were like speculating already. So that's really, really cool. I really, really like that part.
All right. Well, Spider-Man?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the Spider-Man trailer?
I haven't seen the Spider-Man trailer.
All right. We're going to have to show you the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes.
Bernie, what do you think about both of these trailers?
I didn't watch the Game of Thrones trailer.
Well, I knew you didn't watch the Game of Thrones trailer.
It's a surprise.
Get out
But
of here.
I will comment on the Spider-Man trailer.
Go ahead.
You guys are showing way too much. It's something that, like...
Don't spoil it for me.
No, I'm not going to...
No, spoil it. We're going to review it. No,
whatever. Yes, I'm spoiling. Chriselle.
You snooze, you lose,
You
Chriselle.
snooze, you lose, buddy. I think it showed way too much, and
Chriselle, why don't you... Oh, what? Actually, Chriselle, we're going to have you react to it live.
Wow.
God.
First things first.
We're going to have Chriselle react to it.
Put the volume on it.
You want to put the volume up? Or you want to... Okay.
No,
we'll do that. All right. Go ahead. We'll have Chriselle react to it.
Good evening, Peter.
Oh, that's nice.
576 possible web shooter combinations.
What the?
I can keep that suit?
Yeah, doesn't fit me.
So when's our next retreat?
What, next mission? We'll call you. All right?
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing.
Where's the kiss?
Not there yet.
Yeah,
Good luck
we've
out
seen
there.
that. No.
Hey, Peter. You coming tonight? I can't tonight. I got the Stark internship.
What's up, guys?
Here's my report for tonight. I stopped the Grand Theft bicycle.
Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Does anybody bite?
Oh, I helped this old lady and she bought me a churro. So, that was nice.
I still really like that part.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. Hulk gives it away. New move I'm working on? Not bad. God, this feels so strange. These weapons are crazy dangerous.
Listen, Peter, there are people who handle this sort of thing. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Oh, that's scary.
Activating parachute.
The world's changing, boys. It's time we change, too.
This is my chance to prove myself.
We have a Spanish quiz.
You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand. I'm intimidated.
Where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter?
There's a ton of other subsystems in here, but they're all disabled by the training wheels protocol.
I'm sick of Mr. Stark treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
Training wheels protocol, dude.
Yeah.
All right, now you can have an opinion, Chriselle.
I like it. Yeah, I agree with Bernie. Unfortunately, this time, but yeah, they show a little bit too much of what is gonna happen in the movie. I think they couldn't like keep parts away from showing. And I like the fact that they make Spider-Man have fun with himself, you know, that he's having fun having this powers and also helping people at the same time. He's not
a churro out of it. So that's good.
yeah, he's like, well, you can buy me a churro. So that's perfectly, because he's a kid. So we have to remember he's a kid. He doesn't seem the stuff like it's a big deal, you know, because when we are kids, we think that we are indestructible. So that's something that I really like about it. And yeah, I would think that they should have shown a little bit less, so we can keep us with that as more expectations for the movie, because right now we can have like a big idea what we're gonna see. And for some people that will be cool, but for someone like me, I would like that better if I would see it in a movie.
Okay, and Bernie, go ahead and finish your thoughts. Sorry for interrupting you.
Oh no, you're good. I actually, I don't think, now that I'm thinking, I don't think it was a matter of them showing too much. I think it's just what they showed. I'm not a really big fan of Spider-Man having all this tech, because you know, this is just from my personal opinion. The Spider-Man I grew up with, the Spider-Man I grew up to love, was one that relied on his own instincts. I already think that the spider biting him, the radioactive spider biting him, giving him powers is already enough. I don't think that he needs all this tech. Like, I understand Iron Man, like, he would need the tech because he doesn't have any superpowers, but I feel like it's kind of weird that, you know,
iron burned him.
And iron burned him. He was ironing, and then the iron found his foot, and he's Iron Man. No, but I mean, other than that, like, I do agree with Chriselle in this sense that and they actually show like a more human side to Spider-Man, to Tom Holland, a more kind of like a teenage version of Spider-Man, which is one that it's basically the origin for him. One that thinks like, you know, there's no consequences to anything he does. It's all about, you know, just going out and just doing what you have to do, and it's not like that to a sense. And I feel like this movie's gonna show it to us. This movie's gonna show us a Spider-Man that is gonna have to learn from his mistakes. And I hope that just based on the things I'm seeing on the trailer, there's gonna be times where he's gonna make a few mistakes throughout the movie, and he's gonna have to learn and be like, damn, like, you know, being Spider-Man isn't just, you know, swinging my webs around, just doing what I have to do. No, it's having to go through stuff and having to learn from my mistakes, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with you guys. Well, at least with Chriselle, actually, all of you guys, I really like this trailer. This trailer was badass. Now, I think they've been showing too much since trailer 2.
Yeah.
I think that's when trailer 2 to me was, they showed way too much, but I think this one they also showed a lot here on this one. But I mean, I really liked it. I really liked the trailer. This was actually my third time watching it. I watched it twice when it was first released. You didn't watch it. You watched it a few times, I'm assuming, right?
Once or twice.
Yeah. So
I got way too excited with Game of Thrones.
you got really excited with the Game of Thrones, but I really liked the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. I mean, this movie's just looking to be a great movie. Like, it's shaping up to be kind of everything that we kind of want out of a Spider-Man movie. You got a younger, you know, Peter Parker, who's, you know, who's kind of going through this teenage, you know, thing where he's got his powers, and I think you were saying, you know, like you know, doesn't quite know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So I really like that. I like I like the tech because it makes sense in this world that you know. But I get what you're saying. I think Peter's a
especially
smart guy.
Because the suit came from Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to expect that from Iron Man.
Now, I agree with that. Now, I do agree that you know Peter is a smart guy. He should be able to do his own things. I'm assuming that's when probably his web things coming out. He probably did that himself. You know, I don't think Iron Man did that, because I think they showed it.
They show it in the movie. In the movie.
No, the actual substance that's in the web, he makes it himself. But the tech that comes along with it, well.
So I mean, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then for the Game of Thrones trailer, damn, this it looked crazy.
It looks crazy.
The giant battles.
Yeah.
You know, I like the Daenerys sitting on the throne.
Oh yeah,
that was sick.
A lot of people are speculating which throne is that. Like,
yeah,
where
I mean, you out of all three of us, you know way more about Game of Thrones than we do.
Yes.
I'm probably second, but I really like the trailer, and it looks. I mean, what they're splitting that season in half, right? It's like season 7 and season 8 is just kind of one giant season. If I'm not
it's gonna
mistaken.
be, if I'm not mistaken, 7 episodes.
7 episodes each, or
yes.
seven or 6 or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. 7 or 6 instead of 10 than they usually do.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. I really liked. So both trailers that were released last week, just badass, man. They were awesome. I really enjoyed them. All right, so let's move on to topic number 2. So Black Adam and Silver Sable movie has found its director. So Sony has hired Love and Basketball and Secret Life of Bees director Gina Prince Bythewood to direct Sony's newly titled Silver and Black. So Thor Ragnarok, Chris Yost is still writing the script for Silver and Black. So thoughts on Sony's Silver and Black movie? Bernie, what do you think about this?
Wow, did you just say Black Adam and Silver Sable?
No. Silver Sable and Black Cat, their movie's called Silver and Black.
Spider-Man villains.
Yes, the Spider-Man villain. Sorry.
Wow. I think this is some good news. I think I'm pretty excited with the way that Sony's kind of taking their direction by having like their own kind of like universe built around, from what I'm kind of noticing is Spider-Man villains. I think it's cool that they have two lead actors, or two lead villains in the movie at once, which is something we've never seen.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's Silver Sable and then Black Cat. And then I also like the fact that they're having a director come in, and it's a new director. I've never heard of the director personally.
No, me neither.
But I think it's very empowering. I think it's really great that they have also a female director, someone that kind of relates to the whole female villain genre. Because from what I've seen, let's say like the early reviews for Wonder Woman and like the stuff I've been hearing about Wonder Woman, her having that female director, the movie looks like it's gonna be a great movie.
And we're gonna have our review later on this week too with Wonder Woman too.
Watch for it.
Yeah, so watch for it. But go keep going. Sorry.
But I think it's really great. I think I like personally, I like the direction where Sony is taking it. Now I don't have that many comments on the actual director itself because I haven't seen much work from this director. But I mean, if it's anything that's played out to be, I mean, we already heard the casting for Venom a week, 2 weeks ago, and it looks like Sony's going in the right direction. So I'm actually putting my faith, and I'm actually excited for what Sony's doing with these movies.
Yeah, so I like the fact that they're being very aggressive. I mean, like I said, like we talked about last week, you know, we got Tom Hardy as Venom, and it's like, whoa, this came out of nowhere, and we were very, very shocked and very surprised. And they're moving forward, man. They're not stopping. These wheels, I feel like they're on a downhill, not downhill slope, obviously. Like they're not going downhill, but you know, like they're like on a little roller coaster, and right now they're just like going all for it, you know, all speeds ahead and stuff like that.
They're showing us they're not playing around, right?
Yeah, they're not. You know, I mean, granted, I haven't seen Love and Basketball. I haven't seen Secret Life of Bees, so I don't know Gina Prince's way of directing, but I guess we'll find out. And also, we haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, so we don't know Chris Yost's writing. We don't know how that's gonna turn out neither. So I mean, there's still a lot of question marks, but man, are they being aggressive? Yes, they are, and I like it, man. And I like the title of the movie, Silver and Black. I think it's fine. So I like the fact that they're being aggressive, man. I dig it, Chriselle.
Well, I'm have no idea. Like, I'm not really familiar with these directors, but because I haven't seen their work, and I'm curious for what they have to bring. About the name of Silver and Black, that sounds like they're trying to sell me a comic book.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like a comic book instead of a comic book movie, you know?
That's cool, though.
So it's cool. I'm not against about it, but when you say, like if you talk about the Silver and Black, to me
it's like
gonna
the
picture
Pokemon game.
yeah
Silver and Black.
Right. So that's what I'm like, it sounds like the sun and moon or stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
sounds like that.
Pokemon games,
Have you seen the Silver and Black from Marvel? That's so cool. You know, that's what I just think. Like, I have no anything against that. I think Gina Prince and what is the other
Chris
one?
Yost is the one that's writing.
Yeah, I think they have already a plan for it, and I hope it's like a really good one, because the expectations for these movies from Marvel, they are very high. Like
Sony's developing it.
Yeah, they have given us like a really, really good movie, so I'm just expecting good movies at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they casted Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, for Venom, so like, and I'm assuming Venom is in this universe.
It has to be. It has to be.
More that's more than a coincidence.
Yeah, so I wonder if they might even say, hey, you know what? Sell more tickets. Let's throw them in there a little bit. You know?
Oh, okay.
I mean, they could do something like that too. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many things they can go with it.
But they're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So.
I think.
But it's cool that they bring in these characters in there because they need it.
Yeah,
characters we haven't really seen much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we've seen them, they haven't been done well. So.
Yeah, they get a second chance with Venom, and then we get our first look at
Silver, Sable, and Black Cat.
I mean, it's just marketing. You know, you add more characters for the girls and the female things to look at and stuff like that, and that's gonna be awesome, man. More toys, more merchandise for them. So it's always good when you just can introduce new characters, which is where we're going to next. On our next topic. So in an interview with New Mutants director Josh Bone, he mentioned that he will be taking a different spin on the upcoming X-Men spin-off. Here's what he had to say. We are making a full-fledged horror movie set within the X-Men universe. There is no costumes. There are no supervillains. We're just trying to do something very, very different. Bone also added, held in a secret facility against their will, 5 new mutants have to battle the dangers of their powers, as well as the sins of their past. They aren't out to save the world. They're just trying to save themselves. So thoughts on Fox's plans, what they're doing with the New Mutants. Ooh. So I guess I'll go first. This sounds interesting. So it when they announced the New Mutants, obviously they announced New Mutants and they announced X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
So okay, you're gonna get the same deal with the Dark Phoenix. They're gonna just keep going with the whole cast and stuff like that. That's awesome. But then you get brand new mutants, and you're like, okay, where is it set in? Like, is this in the future? Which I'm assuming it probably is in the future.
Yeah. It sounds like this in the future.
Right. It sounds like it's in the future. So you got all these who else has been added to the cast list? I think what is it? Ann Taylor-Joy has been added, and Macy Williams. She's been added. She's been added from Game of Thrones. She's in the cast now, and
she's cool.
It's reported that Rosario Dawson is in talks too to start. Yeah, I mean, she was playing a lot of stuff in Marvel's Daredevil and the Netflix series and stuff like that. So she's in talks to star in this role as well, in this movie as well. So I mean, they are, I don't know how I felt about this movie, but the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, okay, I'm kind of digging this idea. I like the fact that they're gonna do something different here. Like they say, no costumes. It looks like it might just be taking place in a facility, and they're just I don't know. They're just gonna have to probably battle their way out of there. I don't know how it's starting to sound, but I like that they're gonna do something different with it. So I don't know, Bernie, what do you think?
I agree with you. I'm actually really excited, and I like the way that they're kind of maybe introducing maybe a new kind of genre for these comic book movies. Yeah. You did mention that they were kind of wanting to do like a horror kind of genre with this movie, and it's really interesting to play out because I could just imagine it. Like I imagine it as maybe like a post Logan kind of movie, or kind of like Logan-ish. There was no costumes, there was nothing. It was just straight up, road trip movie, whatever, right? In that kind of sense. Now with this one, I guess like you said, maybe it's them trying to escape a facility, or maybe it's them escaping the facility and avoiding capture or recapture or something like that. So I like I said, I mean, I think it's a really interesting spin, especially with them already having established the X-Men movies with the costumes and everything like that, and we kind of just want to they kind of just want to take things in a new direction when making it more realistic and things like that.
I mean I'm looking at the thing. This movie hits theaters less than a year from now.
Wow.
I just looked at it right now. April 13, 2018 release date.
Wow. That's
11
months from now.
Yeah, they already done their castings, obviously. You know what I mean? And they're probably already, they're got to be in pre-production easily already.
We're working on a trailer.
I'm sure they're done with the script. They're done with everything. They're probably they got to start filming soon, I'm assuming, because less than a year. They're already casting.
They should have already started filming.
It's going to begin filming will begin in July.
Oh,
so okay, so that's still not bad. They you know, and I'm assuming that this project is not gonna be something humongous for Fox neither. I'm not expecting a $200
like a low budget film maybe.
Yeah, I'm expecting something like 100.
Yeah,
you know, like 100, 150.
I mean, think about it. There's gonna be no costumes and possibly not that many special effects, not much CGI, nothing like that. Nothing over the top. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm not expecting something too crazy on this. So I mean, Chriselle, what do you think about this?
Well, it gives me some, you were saying something in the future. It sounds something in the future. Yeah. And also, something that it caught my attention is that they said that they are not costumes, not super villains. So I know, and I get the idea they don't need a super villain when you're introducing this new X-Men. But also something that got my attention is like held in a secret facility against their will. Like this
sounds like there's a super villain in there.
Yeah,
it sounds like it. I would say, but I think it's gonna be also kind of like the regular X-Men that they are trying to survive against humanity. You know, that's how it sounds like. To me, it sounds like the government got them and they have them against their will because they want to. They're trying to figure it out if they're like what their superpowers are, what they can do, what they cannot do, or probably use them as a weapon to another part.
Sure.
So that's what it caught my attention a little bit, and also saying like because there's 5 mutants trying to battle about the dangers of their powers, so they know how powerful they are, so they barely discovering and everything. I just like I found it very, very interesting about that.
I think you hit it you hit the nail right in the head. Is that how you say it? I don't know, whatever, we'll go with that. You know, that I think the villain, there obviously will not be any super villains, but I think the villains is humanity.
Yes,
you know, I think,
and it's something we've seen a lot already.
We have seen that before.
Yeah, but I mean, this sounds cool. I mean, do you know what? Sometimes maybe even the villain might be themselves.
Yeah. One of them could be.
You know what I mean? No, well, not just that, but I mean, it looks like they said, look,
they're fighting. They're fighting
against
with
their past and stuff like that. So it just looks like it's
maybe they did something bad, like a Suicide Squad type of thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, it sounds interesting.
It sounds really interesting.
So that's good. All right, let's move on to our next topic of the day. Ooh. So Variety is reporting that Resident Evil is getting a reboot. There are also reports that they have 6 films in mind.
Wow.
James Wan is attached to produce the first movie. Thoughts on Resident Evil getting a reboot? Chriselle, what do you think about this?
Well, this is going to be very, very interesting. Okay. I like the idea. James Wan in there.
Yes.
He's really good. The thing I'm hoping this time, please focus more in the horror area of the Resident Evil, because it's amazing how you seen on the video games. They're like terrifying.
Yes,
I'm scared to play sometimes that game because I don't want to get like an attack or something, you know. So you walk in the video game and you don't know what is gonna happen when you open the door. So they have to have that in the movies, the horror area, the dark side of this.
Suspense.
The suspense is killing me sometimes. But they have to focus on that part of the Resident Evil. That's the main point of these video games, and if they capture that in the movie, it's gonna be amazing.
Bernie, what do you think?
I think it is also kind of interesting and a lot of different aspects. They did announce that it was gonna be a 6 movie slate, right? We recently struck up another movie as well that was supposed to be scheduled for, I believe, 6 releases, either a trilogy or 6 releases, and now it was the Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah.
So
poor Power Rangers.
See, that's where I kind of lose faith, because when a movie or when someone gets kind of ahead of themselves and says, look, I'm gonna make a certain amount of movies, and for some reason, you know, maybe something happens and it goes all wrong where you can't even get a sequel. You know what I mean? Like
that's probably gonna happen with Power Rangers. It didn't go too well in China.
They expected, they were assuming that it was gonna do really well, and it kind of flopped. So I think in that sense, that's something that I wouldn't be too excited about hearing a movie with 6 movies, because we've seen franchises, Transformers, Pirates of the Caribbean, where they started with 1 or 2 movies and then they end up with 6 movies, but it's probably not something that was planned from the beginning. You know, maybe they saw it did well and etc. etc. Now, something that does give me faith is James Wan,
of course,
because we have seen that James Wan has actually been like, he's just been going up and up and up. Like that guy shows no signs of slowing down. Everything he does gets better and every time. And we've seen him already work with the horror genre, haven't we?
Oh yeah, he's done a bunch of horror films, probably some of the best in the last 5 years.
Oh yeah,
yes, exactly.
And he's been attached to them.
And that's why he's been, you know, going the successful way that he has gone. And especially with this kind of movie, like you were saying, we want to see a Resident Evil with a lot of horror, because that is what the game has brought to us. Now the slate of films that we've already kind of seen is kind of not like, it's not its best. It's like it's more like actiony, and it's not like, you know, like what we got from the games, the feeling we got from the game. So, but I think that they attach someone with James Wan, someone that has experience doing the horror movies. I think that that's what gives me a little bit more faith.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Now I agree with you about the 6 films. Slow your ass down. Just give me one film.
Just focus on one and make it good.
Just give us a good one, but. Just you hear the news, and then you hear, oh yeah, James Wan's attached to produce the first one. It's like,
but wait,
okay, I'm interested, because he's gonna be like the table setter. It looks like he's gonna be the guy that's gonna kind of just like form the structure, form the template of what I guess these 6 Resident Evil movies are gonna be about. And if you bring someone like James Wan, I think you're bringing somebody who's now has the experience of big budget movies with Fast and Furious and now Aquaman. So you bring somebody who has the experience of big budget movies. Now you also bring a guy who has experience in horror.
Yes.
Who came from horror movies and has done some of the best horror movies in the past 5 years at least.
Yeah.
So you're bringing somebody with that type of talent, and you can't help but be like, okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
But I think
interested.
it would be better approach for them, saying like, we got James Wan to do the movie, and then leave it until you release the movie and see how things go, and then say, oh, we're planning to do 5 more movies.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That would have been better.
That's a wiser strategy.
No one will be like, I don't know about this. What is gonna happen?
Exactly what you were saying. Like now you bring in the whole Power Ranger, the Saban of thing in there, where it's. I think he mentioned saying, "Oh yeah, we got 6 movies planned," something like that, right?
Yeah,
something like that for Power Rangers.
I mean, we were kind of like struggling to have a trilogy with them, and now they
now we're not even sure we're gonna get part 2 because of how bad it did in China.
There goes the end credit scene.
There goes.
I think the end right there.
I think, I think we all enjoyed the movie.
I enjoyed
it. It was a decent movie.
Yeah, I think we all liked it, but we're not gonna get I don't think we're gonna get a second one anymore.
I don't think so.
So I mean, so that's what happens. You spoke too soon, and I think the team behind Resident Evil is speaking a little bit too soon on this, and just slow down. You got a great guy that's gonna set the table for this movie and for future movies in this franchise.
Bring it back.
You can bring it back. Bring the damn horror back, jeez.
Please.
Where is the horror? Where's the suspense?
Please.
We need to see some horror suspense out of Resident Evil. Like you're saying, but if you bring a guy like James Wan, I'm going to assume, and I'm going to say, yes, horror is in their mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think you bring a guy like James Wan to not.
It would be a dead for the movie. They got James Wan and they don't put horror in there. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
You're bringing James Wan for horror and for his experience in big budget movies.
That's what you're bringing him in. That's bringing Christopher Nolan for a comedy movie. You know what I mean? Like a romantic comedy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. All right. Let's move on to our final topic of the day. So Universal has announced a name for their shared monster universe. It's called Dark Universe. Will be shared. Dark Universe will be a shared universe of all the most popular monsters, and it starts with Tom Cruise in The Mummy. Others cast are Sofia Boutella as the Mummy, Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man, Russell Crowe as Dr. Henry Jekyll, and Javier Bardem as Frankenstein's monster. So thoughts on Universal's new Dark Universe, Bernie? What do you think?
I hope this is when I heard this piece of news, I was like, I know where they're going with this.
Okay.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
I have a long time ago.
I cannot remember.
That movie, a lot of people say didn't come out as well. I enjoyed it maybe because I was a little kid. I don't know how old I was.
Wasn't that a comedy?
I think so. I don't remember too well,
Maybe
but
I'm thinking something else.
But I love the concept of it.
Okay.
I mean, if for many of you that maybe have not seen the movie's basically like these. They're not they're kind of like in the monster universe. We have Dr. Jekyll, we have the Invincible Man, we have all these people. It's like in the late 1800s.
Never mind, I remember.
Whatever.
I didn't like it.
You're like, yeah.
No, I didn't like it. I remember now.
But I feel like with this new universe, I mean, they can go in that direction. I mean, I'm assuming automatically that that's what they're going to do with these new movies. I mean, we're getting the Invisible Man. It's already confirmed.
Yeah.
We're already getting the Mummy. I'm assuming we're going to get
Jekyll.
Dracula. We're going to get Frankenstein.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to get
Oh,
Jekyll.
yeah.
And I think it's like, it's interesting because we live in a day and age where we're getting all these shared universes. Like, it's crazy. I mean, we already have the comic book universe. Now, Jordan Peele is going to come out with his own little universe with the Get Out movie.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about
they
that.
announced it a while ago that he was gonna start writing like all these kind of films and an anthology series. We have the Cloverfield anthology, so I'm really excited to see where there's a day and age is coming where they're building more cinematic universe, especially ones that we grew up watching. You know, like the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula, all that stuff. I think it's great.
Chriselle.
Oh my God. I think you guys have no idea how like happy I was when I heard this news. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, finally they're bringing the to me the originals back. You know,
Monster Mash.
Yes, the
Yeah, the
monsters
Monster
are
Mash.
back. Yes, because I know they're doing some movies and new movies about new monsters and stuff, but they forgot about the originals. Like, make them new, like make them like more about in this time. Like we have like an amazing like nowadays stuff to bring him back, and I just like was wondering why they didn't bring them back. And this like is super excited for me to see that they're gonna be the Invisible Man, they're gonna be Frankenstein, and all of those characters like that we grew up like seeing when we were kids. So I'm super excited. They're one of my favorites. The monsters area is just like amazing. I just hope like the movie, I think for the Mummy looks good so far.
We should have a review for it next week.
Yeah.
it
So
comes out
far as
already.
I've seen, it looks good. I haven't seen the movie.
That's out already, but we should have it next week. I
Yeah,
think.
but far as I seen, it's good. Like I'm hoping the best, and also for the next and this whole universe of monsters, I'm just excited for it.
I'm gonna go again with what everyone's saying. I think this has such cool potential. Like it's got like really cool potential. But we'll find out when the Mummy's out.
Yeah, I only hope they are dark. They are like terrifying sometimes.
It was
you know,
supposed to be a horror, right? Would it have to be
because
horror?
I want to see that part. No, the going to Frankenstein is more funny than dark. You know,
Yeah.
I would hate that. Like, no, come on, he's a monster, and he's a monster for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, we won't have our review for that next week. I think we'll have it. Oh, actually, next week because it does come out next week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet. No. It comes out next week.
That's what I was like.
We will have a review.
I was in my head like thinking like,
check the release date.
I was like, Mike, let's go watch it right now.
yeah.
No, but
We'll be back.
we're back, guys. Just hang on real quick. No, but this, I mean, I guess it really comes down to how I feel about after I watch The Mummy.
That's
I think, I mean, the idea
Because it's
is
an
awesome.
introduction.
Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man, you know, Henry, Russell Crowe
and
as Jekyll.
they have reputable actors.
They do.
They have Tom Cruise as the
Javier Bardem as a monster, as Frankenstein's monster. I mean, I guess we can only speculate as who's going to be Dracula at this point because they didn't announce that. Now, I'm going into this thinking that Tom Cruise's character in The Mummy is already Dracula or is Dracula.
What?
I'm going into it because who is he going to play? I mean, you have a big character as Tom Cruise.
But it's for far as I've seen, and they have something happen to Tom Cruise in the movie.
That's
already, but we don't know what.
Maybe he becomes Dracula.
What happened? No, I haven't not seen the movie.
Like I said, I
can't say anything. The only thing they hint is that the Mummy didn't kill him or something because of he saw something on him, or he was the like a special person to do something.
Sure.
You know, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out when the movie is released, but that's the only one that they haven't announced yet. Who's gonna be Van Helsing? You know?
Oh yes.
They haven't announced it's gonna be Dracula.
Brad
so
Pitt for Van Helsing. I'm just kidding.
well, I mean, they already have Tom Cruise, which is why I'm thinking that it's gonna be Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. But again, once the Mummy's released, I guess we'll have a better idea of where they're
It's
going.
gonna go.
I mean, cast alone. I mean, you
Yeah.
have a brilliant cast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, so it sounds like this could be. Again, awesome. Like Resident Evil, go with horror. You know, just go with horror.
We've already
Make it
seen
scary.
action. We've already seen all those kinds of movies now.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah,
the,
make it
the
horror.
actual genre.
Yeah, make it horror based, make it all this stuff, and it sounds like it's gonna be really, really cool. But I guess, like I said, we'll find out once the Mummy comes out.
Yes.
But it's the Mummy's looking great just from the trailers.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
But again, some of these trailers look really awesome, and we don't get something great. So once that movie comes out, I think I'll have a better idea of if I should be excited for this Dark Universe or not. But cast alone, the picture that they released of the whole cast and just who these guys are gonna be playing, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It sounds something that you should be getting excited for. But but if the Mummy stinks, then everything just goes down the toilet.
no.
Then the
Reflex
actual
toilet.
universe is the monster itself. So
It's the
Yeah.
That's
this
the
Dark Universe is
monstrosity.
monstrosity universe. So that is it for our fandom news today, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys check out some of our other videos over there. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook under Fandom Fuel TV, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.